welcome to the next game in our continuing saga. What we've got here is a segment of a typical slum in some backwater place. And what's happened in the previous game, a train has turned up at the station with nothing but red paste inside, and the civilians, always undernourished and looking for ways to make their life a bit easier, went in and raided the train of any supplies that they could get. And they've stashed these supplies across this kind of little township. There's kind of 4 places. Unfortunately for the civilians, they weren't just dried rations and water and so on and so forth. There might be other things that the Imperium didn't really want anyone getting their hands on. So they've sent in some troops to sweep the streets, kick in some doors and find out where their supplies are and return them. So we've got a little 500 point skirmish here. We've got a unit of scions up here, another unit of scions, there's Ogryns and a kind of leader, and then another patrol over here going out to try and find the goods. Okay, so Lyle is going to be in command. He's going to be the man.
I am the man.
And Kieran will be setting up the civilians, the oppressed poor people that are going to get
Pakeshi's Workers' Union United Front.
Okay. Relishing my role-playing as the man today. The scions here moving up the street. The officer cowardly moving up towards this crate to oversee things from the back. More Ogryns moving up. These guys just giving cover and fire. There was a tiny bit of action as this squad moved up and saw a peaceful protest here demanding an 8-hour working day, and decided to fire frag grenades into them. So I killed a few guys, but Kieran pulled off his leadership, and that was it really. The action about to kick off though, I think.
Okay, the tear gassed guys were still wiping it out of their eyes, so they accomplished very little against their aggressors. However, they're standing strong right now, so it's not too bad. However, in kind of making the most out of really bad rolls, the cult ambush was a 1 here, but managed to kind of get all my guys on the same side right next to some guys who tried to use tactics, and I made him pay for that rash decision. So they just literally got beaten down in an alleyway by a bunch of dudes. Anyway, they're gone now.
Wonderful. Okay, riot suppression tactics need a rethink. Perhaps an entire new manual on the topic, because it didn't go well here. I'm really noticing, never played Scions before, really noticing the shorter range. So here I managed to get like 2 lasgun shots and a grenade. Back here, even after moving this squad up, just the grenade to fire in there, and managed a grand total of 1 killed. Meanwhile, the Ogryns, as the commander gets up here and realises he's lost contact with the guys over here, he's laying a cunning plan. And the Ogryns managing to comprehend that plan somehow. We saw what happened last time I used tactics. It was death, so let's see how it goes for the Ogryns now.
Okay, the battle for Cabal Street continues apace, but with many more swings and roundabouts than last time. The big mob of the proles is going down the main drag and just obliterated the Scion squad in front of them with masses of low-grade firepower. These guys over here are just advancing further down a flank, getting dangerously close to tactics, but not quite there yet. I got 2 squads of hybrids on the board. These guys just cropped up in a nearby building from the enemy squad leader, who is next to Mystery Crate number 1. And we are aiming to jump this gap with a successful advance move. Time will tell on that one, but either way it'll be funny. And over here is a possibly ill-advised charge from my Primus and his former squad of acolytes. It went about as well as you expect any acolyte charge into Ogryns to go. So yeah, no wounds scored on my side, and the entire squad got obliterated. The Primus is still there though. We'll find out if he's still there next turn. Got my doubts.
Okay, this street suddenly very empty. Mass casualties all round, lots of failed morale. There was some shooting, there was a charge from the police, and we're left with 2 proles and their severely wounded Magos. Over here, Kieran's prediction proved quite accurate as the Borgrins smashed the Primus, the rebellion leader. But still loads of guys around the corner here doing their thing. On top of the building, the CO thought about shuffling to the edge and taking some pot shots, but Hotshot Lad's pistols have such short range that instead he's just cowering in the corner, questioning what he's done with his life to get to this point. And that was about it. I hope the Borgrins can clean house, but it looks as though if the cult are clever, they'll probably grab a lot more of the tech than I can.
A chaotic kind of mood. Don my robes, begin to brood. Cruising for some culty fun. Looking out for number 1. Different ritual every night. So narcotic, out of sight. What a gas, what a dangerous mass. Aim with the warp, an exclusive circle. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Demonic dark rituals need no rehearsal. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Kind of fever that lasts for days. Had some help from Nurgle ways. Comes across so shy and coy. Just another Slaneshi boy. Woman, man, or modern beauty. That extra limb, it's a beauty. 50 eyes, press my button, going down. Aim with the warp, an exclusive circle. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Demonic dark rituals need no rehearsal. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Does his makeup in his room, hides his dangerously dark rooms. The third eye he likes the best, markers ench upon his chest. Kind of guy who spills his blood, it's all for corn, his anger's flood. We're a couple when our rooms are double. Aim with the warp, an exclusive circle. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Demonic dark rituals need no rehearsal. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Aim with the warp, an exclusive circle. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me. Demonic dark rituals need no rehearsal. Got the gods in my head, they're universal, dragging me down. They're coming after me.
Okay, hostilities are winding down. Rebel leader Headache narrowly avoided a second peril, so his 1 wound is still safe. He managed to score 1 smite wound on the Borgrins, which is the only damage they've taken so far. 3 out of my glorious squad of acrobats plummeted into the abyss between these buildings. So that hasn't worked swimmingly. But we're closing in on the mystery box and the guy guarding it. So fingers crossed there. I don't know what we're going to do with these guys. These people have ideas. I'm not sure they're going to be able to enact them. And these guys have decided, you know what, we've got objectives to think about. We've got up there. Just far away from them. Very far away.
Okay, funnily enough, I couldn't do anything with shooting, but all the charges have gone pretty well. So this guy, having cowered in the corner while most of the Gene Stealers plummeted to their death, then steamed in and power fisted the last two guys. And the Bullgrins also charging, took a wound to Overwatch. I think they're getting a bit overexcited because they didn't do as well as they have been. They only managed to kill 2 of that particular squad, but I reckon they should chew through them eventually. And of course, dotted around, the cultists, the rioters heading for all the stuff. Nice quick turns now, so let's carry on.
Very much a wind down phase at the moment. My Magus did a quick dash to grab this objective. My guys are consolidated over Mystery Box Vi. Squad of coward boys is still running for the back end objective, far away from any actual threat. And yeah. Gonna be swallowed by a tide of beef.
Okay, that may have been the fastest turn of Warhammer I've ever played. The Bullgrins swung, the Bullgrins killed their guy. They consolidated towards those 2 on that objective, but with only potentially one more turn, I'm really going to struggle to get to them.
Again, dealing with land speed turn records. This squad over here has decided to head them off at the pass, to butcher that cliche, and sort of head them off in this alley. Whereas the guys holding this loot box have decided to just see if they can get a couple of cheeky shots in at the commander of the enemy forces. He sticks his head above the bulwarks and actually managed to inflict 2 wounds on him with 2 laser-sharp auto-gun shots from across the battlefield. So, yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine.
Okay, I think that's basically the last turn for the police. And the Bullgrins
Having a whale of a time.
having a whale of a time. Too stupid, of course. A smarter commander may have decided to go for the loot while there was still time, but a tantalising target there in the street for the Bullgrins, and the commander's now nursing 2 sniper shots, so not calling out orders to them anymore. They charged in. They lost 1 to the Overwatch. It was a pretty decent Overwatch, and then beat up a few more guys. So that's it for me. I suspect they'll do all right in the last turn for Kieran in a sec. But objective-wise, not looking bad for the Rebels.
Okay, all that was left to work out really was whether the Wunder snipers would actually manage to do their damn jobs, and they could not. Could not land anything useful on Commander McHidey Pants. Whereas this brawl is going rapidly out of my favour, but my brave lads are still standing their ground in the face of El Gigantors.
So, the Bullgrins have obviously run out of steam by now. They've reduced hundreds of poor proles who just wanted, bread into paste, but unable to finish off that squad. They're just too tired. That was it for my turn.
Well, after all the epic heroism and heroic epicness, this game has devolved into the kind of action equivalent of a wet fart. Squad just got boots stomped by Ogrins. My remaining guys are staying exactly where they are and stealing mystery boxes full of luncheon meat. And
we were hoping for
something big to happen at the end.
Another sniper shot to take down the CO. But
he's going to report this as a success for Operation Pilfer.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Because it's always a success.
Yes.
And a lot of people are not going to be turning up for work on time tomorrow. Oh well, such is the bloody fallout of the workers' revolt.